So you're thinking about moving to Virginia's beautiful mountains and valleys, and you don't know where to move to. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly where you should move to. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you how to pronounce where you should move to. This episode's all about how to talk Virginian. And if you hang around to the end of the video, Leslie is going to share with you her favorite small town that she likes to say here in the Shenandoah Valley. And you definitely don't want to miss out on that one. And we're going to get started right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in Virginia, from its beautiful mountains to its valleys and its Piedmont areas, then click on that subscribe button and touch that bell icon so you can be the first to be notified about all the current market information in Virginia's mountains, valleys, and Piedmont areas. Hi, my name is Stephen Gleason.
And I'm Leslie Gleason.
And we get phone calls and emails every day from folks just like you and you and you who are looking to make a move to Virginia or looking to move from one town to the other here in Virginia, and we absolutely love it.
We do.
So whether you're looking to move in 9 days
or 90 days,
just pick up the phone and give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. That information is all in the description down below, and we'll be happy to help you make your move to Virginia as smooth as possible. So as I said early in this video is all about learning how to talk Virginian, and along the way we're going to take you to several towns and show you some information about those towns as far as prices of homes and things like that and what's available in those neighborhoods. So yeah, no doubt this is a fun type video, because all the time we get folks, especially if they're out of the area. If they're in the area, sometimes we even get it too, though. But for the most part, folks that have lived here for a while know how to pronounce all the names of the towns. But if you're just moving in from outside the area, be careful, because everybody's going to know if you're an out-of-towner. If you move into the area and you don't say some of these towns correctly, nobody's going to hold it against you. Virginia's great as far as accepting people, and it's got, I guess you can call that Southern hospitality. Still here out in the Shenandoah Valley and in the Piedmont region and in the mountains as well. But like I say, if you want to be real cutting edge and moving into the area and not pronounce everything, just watch this video. So here we go. We're going to start out with one of the most basic ones first. Okay. So there's this word right here. Okay. Now, Leslie, we get different things on that. So how do you say it?
I say Appalachian.
She says Appalachian, I say Appalachian, okay? And so that's actually a thing out here.
It is.
If you look, there's kind of a general division line of folks that say Appalachian versus Appalachian. And that's kind of Interstate 64 as it runs through the Shenandoah Valley here in Virginia and in the mountain areas.
Dividing line.
Yeah, folks on the north side say Appalachian, folks on the southern side
say Appalachian.
And it's true. You go down into Lexington, Virginia, which is south of Interstate 64, just barely. You're going to hear a lot more Appalachian than you do up in Harrisonburg. Yeah, up in Harrisonburg. Yeah, you did. Definitely much more than you would hear, like if you were in Harrisonburg, for example. You can hear more Appalachian there, but you're going to hear it all over. It's a blend. It's kind of like in Illinois, the Chicago Cubs and St. Louis Cardinals. You know, there's that blending line, and somewhere in Illinois there, people like both teams. Somewhere here in Virginia, it just kind of blends and moves all over. And of course, a lot of it probably has to do with where you grew up here in Virginia too. But that's number one: Appalachian versus Appalachian. So you're right either way on that one if you say it. So. But number two is a town here in the Shenandoah Valley that a lot of people get wrong. So a lot of people, how do they say it, Leslie?
Here or?
No, how do they say normally if they're from out of the area? How do they say this thing? Yeah, they say Staunton. As a matter of fact, I grew up near Staunton, Illinois. And so when we first moved out here, it was like, well, Staunton. And then we had to learn that it was,
Staunton.
Yeah, Staunton.
It's Staunton around
here.
Yeah,
that U does not even exist in that letter. It's a long A, okay? So, but it's definitely pronounced Staunton. And Staunton's a real neat little town. I mean, tell us a little bit about the downtown area and some of the houses around the area.
Yeah, we've talked about this particular town of Staunton in other times, but it's a very historical Main Street type of town. The average price of a house that's being sold in Staunton is about $276,000. Average days on market is about 26. So it's kind of around that area.
Yeah, and you can see that there's a big price range there, difference as well. Some of the lower end houses at $42,000 end, anything under 100,000 is going to be a smaller house or a house that's in great need of repair in general. And
Or a lot.
or yeah, and so, but then of course there's larger houses, and there's houses actually with land that are in the millions of dollars in the Staunton area as well. So.
Yeah.
But like Leslie said, real cool downtown as well, and a lot of things to do. Look at that in our other videos, and you can learn a lot more about Staunton. So, but that's a little bit about
Staunton.
not Staunton, but Staunton. That's correct. So here's another one as we go down. As we go down the list here, there's another one, and this is one of my favorites. Okay, so I want just for a second. We'll pause. You can pause your video here, and if you're from out of the area, how do you say that name? Well, the correct pronunciation is
Mcgaheysville.
I don't see a K in there, but apparently there is. Okay, but there's that. Like Leslie said, it's Mcgaheysville, and the cool thing about Mcgaheysville, it sits.
It's right where Massanutten is. So
Yeah.
you've heard us talk about in the past, Massanutten Ski Resort. So Massanutten Ski Resort is located near Mcgaheysville, and the two just kind of blend together.
Yeah, they do. And the average house of price a little bit higher there, $372,000, because a lot of those are in the ski resort area, and you can see the price range of the houses there as well, about $132,000 to about $700,000. And if you look,
Some of those prices are condos too,
that's correct.
as
Yeah,
compared to single-family houses
Right.
standing by themselves.
right. Exactly. And like I say, but the thing about up at Mcgaheysville and in Massanutten, you can see the homes are only sitting on the market for about 16 days on average.
Yeah. When they come up, if I have buyers up there, we got to snag them.
Yeah, no doubt, because and sometimes there's even multiple offers, that type of thing,
There
depending
are.
on the property. So
Yes, we still have multiple offers around here.
not always anymore. At least we haven't had one lately like I had last year that had over 20 offers on it.
No, but we still have like maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So instead of like 12 or 16.
Yeah. Sometimes, and it's depending on the area too, right? But it's not near as bad as it used to be.
Not as bad.
Not as it was last year anyway. But like I say, so if you come to the area and you look at that, it's not Mcgaheysville, it's Mcgaheysville. Okay. So here's another one, and this one I don't think gets pronounced wrong a whole lot of times, but
Unless you're thinking about ice cream.
unless you're thinking about ice cream, which you eat Breyer's ice cream, right?
Right.
And so
I'm thinking we pronounce that Weyers cake.
Well, if you eat Breyer's ice cream and didn't know any different, you'd be right. But
What do you think?
I know.
I think it's pronounced. Yes. No, we know. It's Weyers cake.
Yeah, Weyers Cave, and Weyers Cave is a real small little community, and I know, and a couple of them actually over the last year or two, and it's really surrounded mostly by farmland. It's right along Interstate I-81, and but it's a smaller community, probably not more than a couple thousand people. And as you can see, the average price of a home there is about $300,000.
It is.
Doesn't stay on the market very long either.
No, and again, in Weyers Cave,
Yep.
it goes quickly.
And you can kind of see the price range. Now, if you go just outside of Weyers Cave, you'll see some farms and bigger properties that have sold, and some of those are in the millions of dollars. Just outside of Weyers Cave,
Poultry farms.
Right, but right inside Weyers Cave, you can see that about $400,000 is the top of the price range. And of course, we always, when we go to Weyers Cave, Leslie has to go to her favorite place because of
coffee. Valley Pike Farm Market. It is like sitting out there on Route 11, and it is a favorite place for a lot of people to go to. They have a sandwich shop, and they have coffee, and then they have all these other things that they sell.
Yeah, sandwiches are great. Great to go there and pick up a lunch
Great
sandwich
wedding
or whatever.
venue.
Yeah, it is a great wedding venue, and they got food trucks out there in summertime, and so all sorts of things. So really cool place. So the next one I think is another one that maybe people don't pronounce, especially around this area. I don't hear it often pronounced incorrectly, but maybe coming from the outside. Yeah. So you might think like a
Crozet?
like Crozet or baguette or something like that, but that's not correct. Okay, the T's silent, and it's
Crozet.
And we've got a whole other video here on Crozet that we did. You can take a look at that. And it gives you a lot more information about Crozet. But in general, Crozet is a big up and coming place.
There is a lot of new construction going on in Crozet, and you have a favorite golf course there in Crozet.
Yeah.
but
Old Trail Golf Course is a great.
yeah, you have a lot of 5+ bedroom homes there in Crozet, which is great. And the average price goes up as a result of that.
Mhm.
It's around $638,000 is the average price of a home there. And again, it's not sitting on the market very long in Crozet. It's about 18 days.
Yeah, and so the thing about Crozet is there's an older section, the Old Town Crozet, back, from 50, 60, 100 years ago.
There.
Yeah. They take a look at that again. And then there's the newer developments like Old Trail, places like that are there. So it's a really neat blending of community, and also on the school websites, ranking schools. It's one of the best school websites in the area according to niche.com, and very desired neighborhood to get in. A lot of folks love it. Very proud of the community.
Business and residential. It's a planned urban development.
Exactly. So, and you see houses don't stay on the market very long there either. So
they do.
If you're getting into Crozet, you definitely want to get in. So here's another one. This was one of my favorites. Okay, because when you look at that, I'll pause the video again here. What do you think it is? Okay. So when I look at that, I would say Raphine. That's what it looks like to me when I was there.
Yeah.
But that's not it. Okay.
It's
Raphine, especially with the accent on that first syllable.
Yes.
You got to get Ray in there, okay?
Exactly.
Good old Ray, Ray.
Raphine.
But Raphine is right on the border of Augusta County and Rockbridge County. And you can see some of the data here is from Realtor.com. These are the current houses that are on the market. So this can vary greatly. A lot of this, because Raphine is there's not really even a town center of Raphine.
No.
So it's a lot of rural areas. So you get some houses in this area that have some bigger lots and things like that, and country homes.
A lot of acreage.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing about it is, you can see that according to Realtor.com, it's still very much of a seller's market.
It is.
In Raphine, meaning that there's more houses, or there's not enough houses there for the people that want to move into that area. Yeah, exactly. So that being said, that's Raphine, and right along Interstate 81 is where Raphine. Yeah, Raphine. That's right, Raphine. Gotta get that accent. That's correct. This one always gets me. Okay, it used to get me at first.
There, and a lot of people know about the K, but you know how to pronounce the name of the town.
Yep.
Which is?
Well, I would always have said Luray, but that's not correct. It's
Luray.
Luray. You gotta get Lou. Ray in the last one.
Luray.
It's Lou and then Ray in this one. So I've got two guys there, Lou and Ray, or a guy and a girl. I don't know. So, Luray.
Luray.
Yeah, with the exit on the first syllable. So Luray, like Leslie mentioned, there's the cave there, Luray Caverns.
Very popular.
Yeah. And, as far as that area goes, we've gone to some, it's in Page County, we've gone to some festivals and.
We have, they have like an old steam engine type of festival in the fall. It has been so much fun to go to, and you get to watch them fire up those old steam engines and watch the cutting of the lumber, if I could talk. Sawmill.
Yeah, it's sawmill.
It's cool. And then all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, a lot of vendors that are there as well. Just a really neat place to spend an afternoon there at some of the festivals that they have there. And like I say, Luray tends to be, although there can be larger lots of land there, it tends to be a little bit cheaper than maybe some of the other areas, because it kind of sits between the two sides of the Blue Ridge Mountains, between Massanutten Mountain and between the other side of the Blue Ridge where the Appalachian Trail is. So you kind of got to go. It's kind of self-sufficient over there in the little valley. So yeah, lots of hiking, Shenandoah Valley. Shenandoah National Park right there as well. And so, but like I say, the average home there is pretty much it's been a seller's market, but now it's, like I say, it's slowed down a little bit. It's pretty much back to a balanced market right now. So, but that's Luray, Virginia. So this is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. This is down in Rockbridge County, down near Lexington. And if you lived in California, which she was a California girl, she was born in California.
Yeah, I don't remember much about it.
Yeah, I know. She moved out for me too. But
it's almost 3 years old. We moved out. So,
That's right. But so if you're in California or pretty much any other place, you're going to say that as
Buena Vista.
Buena Vista. Okay, that's not the way it's said. Okay, you definitely know if you're an out of towner, if you go down and you say, "Hey, how y'all doing in Buena Vista?" Because it's Buena Vista. Okay, Buena Vista. So that's really different. It really is.
Or you can shorten it and just call it BB.
BB. That's exactly
That's
right.
what a lot of locals around here call it, is BB.
That's right. That's what we call them all the time.
Yes.
And but like I say, this is an area where right in the town itself, there's extremely affordable housing. It's a little bit of an older town,
It's over.
and a lot of older homes in the town.
It is a Main Street community.
It is, and it sits right at the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and you've got
Beautiful views.
you got Glasgow just south of you there, and I mean the road that goes over into Lynchburg. It's just really beautiful. And but like I say, some older homes there, but they're much more affordable. And in the town there, you can find houses for even under $200,000.
Well, it borders Lexington, and you've seen our video on Lexington. So if you want a little bit more affordable but close to Lexington, go to BB.
Yeah, BB is the place to go, exactly. Or Buena Vista.
There you
Okay, it's a buyer's market there as well. I think it's still competitive, but maybe a little bit more toward the buyer's market than it is in some of the other places. So, all right, here's a couple others. These are a little bit south of where we do things, but we'll still,
But it's
help
fun
down
with
there.
these words.
But we love them because this is one of our presidents. Okay,
It is.
James Buchanan, right?
No, that's not the way they pronounce
That's
it.
James Buchanan.
No,
Oh, sorry.
it's Buchanan.
Buchanan with an accent on the second syllable.
It is Buchanan.
Buchanan. So just a neat little thing there, small little community, and you can see some of the prices there in the Buchanan area as well. Another one of my favorite ones is, I think it's probably almost my most favorite of all time, actually. When I first looked at that, we lived in Virginia for a lot of years, but when we got to this area, yeah, it's like, what? Botetourt, like tennis court or something like that?
Who pronounce that?
Yep. The actual pronunciation for this is Botetourt. So like tater tot, okay? But it's Botetourt, okay? Named after Lord Botetourt, who had a bunch of land out here in the area. And it's an entire county, and like I say, it's a county that's just south of Rockbridge County, where Lexington and Buena Vista are. So just a couple other really neat names that are out here in the valley that a lot of times people mispronounce. So that being said, yeah, we thought we'd have a little fun and just kind of share with you a little bit about the towns. We've shared some prices, and I think all of these they differ, from time to time. I think probably Staunton is the biggest area of like shopping and things like that.
Of all those.
Of all the ones we talked about, right? And then if you're looking for like a downtown area, Staunton again is probably one of those great places.
Right.
If you're looking for like out in the country type homes, Weir's Cave, if you're looking for a real tight knit community, I'd say over across the mountain, over in the Blue Ridge in Crozet is a great place to go.
Right.
And so all of those, every town is different, and we've made videos on a lot of those towns, and I encourage you to go and take a look at some of those videos because we really talk about them more in depth, but we just kind of wanted to have some fun and talk about how to talk Virginian out here. And so hopefully you learned something like that, but hang on.
Wait.
Excuse me. At the beginning of the
there's
video, I told you that I was going to tell you Leslie's favorite town. Now, it's not necessarily a pronunciation problem, okay?
But it's just a fun word to say. And as a former elementary teacher, if you know anything about Dr. Seuss, that's why I like to say this one.
It just sounds like it.
I call it Keezletown. So it just reminds me of all the Dr. Seuss books I used to read to all of my kindergartners and first graders. So I call it Keezletown. It's just fun to say.
And you don't have to say Keezletown like it's Keezletown, but no, I can see where it does sound like some Dr. Seuss. I can see the Who's and Whoville there, but it's a really, really small town. And matter of fact, like only one home sold at all last year in that real small area. It's on the other side of Massanutten is where it is. But
very, very farm oriented, and they hold on to those properties, but there is a winery up the road from Keezletown that a lot of people visit. So
well, and it's only about 10-15 minutes away from downtown Harrisonburg,
right?
So it's it's not inconvenient either.
Community, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
Harrisonburg.
Exactly. So that being said, we've had some fun, and I hope you've had some fun too. I hope you learned some things. Like I say, if you're looking to move into Virginia, or you're already in Virginia, and you're looking to just move across town. Yeah, whatever the case may be, or you're looking to sell your house, any of those things, that's why Leslie and I are here, Virginia Mountain Valley living, we're helping others find the homes that they'd like to live in, and we want our folks to be highly satisfied with the home that they choose for themselves. And so, you know, when it comes to looking for a real estate agent, you really want to have somebody that knows the area as well, and somebody that can help you with the little things that are different from town to town. And I think Leslie and I, we have pretty good knowledge of that. There's other agents out there too, but I think we're the best. But
Just understand what it's like to move across the country. So if you're moving from out of state, whether it's several thousand miles away or a few hundred miles away and into our area here in Virginia, or moving out of our area here in Virginia, either way, we would be happy to help you.
yeah, been there and done, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Sure have. But Virginia is home, and we certainly love the Blue Ridge Mountains, the Shenandoah Valley, the Piedmont. It's all so beautiful so many times of the year. So like I say, if you're interested or you just even want more information, you know, pick up the phone and give us a call. Shoot us a text, send us an email. That information is all in the description down below. You can even do a Zoom call with us. We'd love to meet you face to face.
Get on our calendar.
Yeah. And we'd be happy to help you make your move to or in or through Virginia as smooth as it possibly can. But like we always say, until next time, we'll see you around town.